Welcome in, everyone. I hope you're all doing well wherever you're watching. We have a truly almost borderline embarrassing story to talk about today from the Democrats. This is going to blow your mind. A Democrat actually voted to protect the drug cartels amid looming fears of a cartel war. We're trying to hit the cartels. We're trying to stop their poison from coming in the country. And a Democrat has come out and voted essentially in support of them. It's hard to believe this is real. We're going to get into it. You should be as outraged as I am, and I know you will be. Before we get into that and much, much more, please make sure to like and subscribe. Comment with your thoughts. And now, as always, let's jump right into it. So the background, as we know, we've been talking about the cartels a lot. We've been going over a series of steps the Trump administration has taken, spy flights, drones, sending troops to the border, all that stuff. Then we have steps the cartels are taking, which is ramping up building tunnels, ramping up drone flights of their own, sending people into hiding their money, hiding their weapons, in anticipation of a U.S. strike south of the border to cripple their infrastructure to take out the cartels. Now, the House of Representatives put forward a bill that is a common sense bill to attack a critical part of the cartel's infrastructures, their tunnel systems into the U.S., and a Democrat was the lone holdout to vote against it. Let's get into it right now. This is a report that comes from Fox News. I'll throw it up on the screen right now. I'm going to read the report to you. I triple-checked. I almost thought there was no way this was real. It's 100% real, and it's absolutely enraging. It says, the House of Representatives passed a bill aimed at cracking down on Mexican drug cartels' use of tunnels underneath the southwestern border to smuggle illegal immigrants and illicit items into the U.S. The bill passed with overwhelming bipartisan support in a 402-1 vote, with the lone dissenter being Democrat Rashida Tlaib of Michigan. Fox News Digital reached out to her office for comment but did not immediately hear back. This bill is led by Representative Eli Crane of Arizona, but also enjoys bipartisan support thanks to its lone Democratic co-sponsor, Lou Carrera, a Democrat of California. It's also backed by 6 other House Republicans, including Rep. Michael Guest of Mississippi, chairman of the Homeland Security Committee, Subcommittee on Border Security. The legislation titled the Subterranean Border Defense Act would direct U.S. Customs and Border Protection to submit an annual report to Congress about the cartel use of tunnels and how U.S. law enforcement was looking to combat it. Since 1990, officials have discovered more than 140 tunnels that have breached the U.S. border, with an 80% increase in tunnel activity occurring since 2008. Crane said during the debate on the bill, with border crossings thankfully going down since January, I think it's safe to assume this will drive threats to our border underground through these tunnels. Debate on the bill was brief on Monday afternoon, lasting less than 10 minutes. Judge Carrera and Crane spoke, with no lawmakers rising to oppose the bill. I believe this bill is an important step in the right direction. He said if the legislation, if passed, will improve Congress's effort to counter illicit cross-border tunnels and hold these bad actors accountable. And then it notes how this is a rare example of bipartisanship in Congress. You know, we know that the government's very fractured. I don't really care what side you're on or not on. That's just the fact of the matter. People are at each other's throats. It's very hard to get them to agree. And they come out with a bill to target cartels using tunnels to get into the United States. And Rashida Tlaib, a Democrat, a far left-wing Democrat, votes against it. Oh, my mic almost fell. Votes against it. It's absolute insanity, and we're going to break it all down right now. Now, I want everyone to just take a moment, stop and think about the fact that we had a bill that luckily passed. Hopefully it goes up the chain of the Senate, the President Trump signs it so that we can crack down on the tunnels that the cartels are using to move weapons, supplies, trafficking, all that stuff into the United States. We cannot tolerate it. We've got to hit that tunnels. We have a bill that could not be more common sense. 402-1. When's the last time anyone in Congress voted at a rate of 402-1? You rarely ever see that level of bipartisan support for anything. You get a bill targeting the drug cartels, as President Trump and the United States military have made it clear their priority is to do something about the cartels. What exactly is that going to be in the end game? We don't know yet. But you have a bill to take these tunnels out, and everyone but one person, a Democrat, Rashida Tlaib from Michigan, votes for it. In what world would voting to voting against the bill be a smart thing to do? You are literally voting to protect the cartels. That is what you are doing. The bill gives tools to the government to get a better understanding of these tunnels, target these tunnels, go after these tunnels. Everyone with an ounce of common sense can look at that and say, you know what? This is a good thing. We want to go after these tunnels. We want to hit them. We want to have as much information as we can possibly get about the cartels. And Rashida Tlaib, a Democrat, I want to make that clear, a far left-wing liberal Democrat, voted against the bill, which then only helps the drug cartels. Let's not mince words. Let's not make any mistakes about it. If you vote against actions against the cartels, you are shielding them from what's coming. Why would she do that? There's no possible explanation for why a sitting member of Congress would vote against a bill to target cartel assets and resources. Is it that she just simply hates Trump so much she can't even bring herself to vote for a bill that had 402 total votes? Is that what it is? Is it that she cannot bring herself to vote for our side? We have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of citizens being hurt, being poisoned, lives destroyed, families destroyed by what these cartels are pushing over the border. And this bill would have targeted that. And it does target that. And it passed. I want to be clear. The bill did pass. So that's good news. That's something to celebrate. That's something to applaud. What boggles my mind is how any Democrat or anyone, if a Republican voted against it, I'd say the exact same thing, could possibly be against a bill that gives the government and military more tools, more resources in order to target these people and stop them from poisoning our people. It's shameful. It's downright disgusting. It makes no sense whatsoever. It is beyond embarrassing. It's indefensible. And the voters in her district in Michigan, and don't think for a second their lives haven't been affected by this. Don't think for 1 second there aren't people in her district who haven't been affected by this. She owes it to the people of her district to go out there and explain to them why she voted against a bill that would make their community safer, that would target the drug cartels. And if she won't go out there and explain that, then the people of her community need to demand answers. They need to make their voices heard. We cannot have people in Congress voting against bills targeting drug cartels. You got to get rid of her. You got to vote her out of office. You have to remove her. You have to vote her out of office. And I will say the same thing for any politician who votes against a bill to keep our communities safe. Vote them out. It's that simple. We are at war with these people. These scumbags have done enough damage. And it's time for us to remind them who the superpower is. And if you're an elected official and you vote against actions to keep our community safe, you 100% deserve to be voted out of office. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. I'm not very happy. I know many of you aren't happy. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you all next time.